Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And wow, we're only a few days away from December 1. And I'm really excited about it because there's going to be a lot of juicy content and just value for you this coming season. So if you have not yet tapped in, just definitely tap in. And speaking of tapping in, I have, if, in case you have not known, is I have dropped a bundle. So it's a self-concept mastery bundle for you. And it's right now it's not on Black Friday deal, but it is on Cyber Monday deal. So it is up to, I think, 50% off. Yes, and not I think it is 50% off. And after today, the rates will go up to just like the regular price, and the regular price for that bundle is $111. So if you wanted to get this for half off, I would highly urge you and also recommend that you click the link in my bio so that you could grab this self-mastery bundle, because it's going to be updated before the new year, and it's going to just continuously be the bundle, or the, I guess, the foundation of how you are going to maneuver through your self-concept journey moving forward, especially if you are a coach. And it's really going to help you stay on track in terms of how you're going to just experience yourself in relation to your desire, and how you're going to materialize desire instantly, because to desire is to experience instantaneously. And as you could tell by the title, we're going to be talking about the real reason why you let not emotional self-regulation, but why you let imposter syndrome stop you from showing up, and ways that you can go about just not forgetting, but just shedding your old self-concept and your old identity so that you could show up in the way that you actually want as a coach. So I'm going to dive into this video because I really want to make this as short and sweet as possible. So really want to dive into your imposter syndrome and ways that you can identify with it because of the false feeling states that you actually feel, and being familiar with it, because you really do want to start to feel your emotions and be able to process them, to be able to process your emotions into thoughts. And the tricky part to this would be that on some level, if you are feeling imposter in any kind of way, is that you on some level believe that you deserve to be unseen, unheard, and unworthy of what it is that you want. So this is going to be the perspective that you should have, or should be the perspective that you have when you are maneuvering through your false beliefs and your limitations. So we're talking about imposter syndrome, which is a slur of multiple things, but from what I hear and from my experiences, I've heard that when people feel, or when you feel imposter syndrome, and when I feel imposter syndrome, on some level we do believe that we are not that we are not seen, that we are not heard, and therefore we are not worthy. And the ways that we can really navigate through these emotions is by identifying what those emotions are. And that's exactly how I feel when I felt imposter. And it's really important that you at least tap into how you might feel about imposter syndrome, or when the imposter syndrome comes up, so that you could start to be aware of what steps you want to be able to take as you are maneuvering through your desire and your just experience, your overall experience as you're experiencing life as is. So you really want to pull the layers back on what potentially, allowed you to believe this thing about you that is false, right? Like, no one that is here that is wanting to be a coach, or wanting to be in a higher self-concept, deserves to feel unseen, unheard, and unworthy of what it is that they actually want, right? And to be honest with you, when you are on this journey, it really takes much more energy to deny yourself of what it is that you want, versus actually accepting and receiving what it is that you do want. And when you make this shift outside of your limitation, it'll be easier for you to actually see how simple it is to accept and receive your desire. So really just be aware of that, and be more aware of the fact that your conscious and your subconscious mind communicate in a different way. They communicate in a way that is distorted and not at all true, right? So when you know that you are experiencing this limitation, this imposter syndrome, you already know that you're experiencing it because your subconscious mind is communicating in a least effective way to your conscious mind, and therefore you're going to find evidence of this false belief because your conscious mind is the logical thinking brain, the logical thinking mind, and it's going to find evidence of what your subconscious mind already believes to be true for you. So a lot of us could really relate this back to childhood, but a lot of us could also relate it back to our most recent experiences that gave us meaning, that we put meaning to, that meant that we were not supposed to be heard, seen, or worthy. And you really want to give yourself the opportunity to understand what your subconscious mind is doing in this instance, which is to keep you out of harm's way, is to keep you alive and to keep you whole, complete, and like physically whole and complete. And it's not to say that it is also providing or also, let's say, nurturing your nervous system, because when it's in this mode of false limitation or false beliefs and limitation, it really believes nothing else other than it has to keep you surviving, it has to keep you alive, it has to keep you out of harm's way. So when I talk about relaxation and nervous system relaxation and emotional body relaxation, what I mean to say is that you really need to get your subconscious mind out of this fight or flight, out of this survival mode, out of this, oh my gosh, I need to run and to protect myself. We're not being chased by animals or dinosaurs or just predators anymore, right? We really want to get to a space where we are comfortable in our bodies, comfortable in our skin. And the more that we relax, the more that we get a hold of how we are feeling on a deep, like, emotional body, nervous system level, we can then impress and saturate the subconscious mind with a new belief that we are safe, that we are stable, that we are secure. And this is, ties into the emotional self-regulation activities that I speak about, right? And why they are so important. It's because you want to see yourself past your limitation. You want to start to experience yourself outside of your current limitations. So that's mainly what I want to share with you. I know that I wanted to keep this live short and sweet, but for those of you who are just interested in learning more about your limitations and your false beliefs and how they are materializing as actual fact, and they're going to feel that way because you cannot, it's almost like you cannot experience what you cannot receive and accept in your subconscious mind. So you really have to pull the layers back on really why you are experiencing a limitation as deep as imposter syndrome. And it could be perfection, it could be procrastination, but what it's doing is it's stopping you from consciously moving the needle forward in your desire and actually materializing on a consistent basis what your desire actually is. So on that note, I really do want to again extend my invite for you to grab the Self-Concept Mastery Bundle, especially if you are a coach in the Law of Assumption self-concept space. And this bundle is really going to allow you to create your desire as a lifestyle. It's really going to allow you to shift into the version of self that already has your desire, and it really will allow you to shift outside of limitation just effortlessly and easily, because you have been able to shift deep enough into your safety, security, and stability so that you could become aware that you can shift into multiple quantum versions of yourself. So this is amazing if you want to, again, quantum leap into the version of self that already has your desire. And I hope that you grab the bundle, of course, before the end of day. It's really important to grab it now before it goes up in price, which will be $111. So I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you have any questions, feel free to flip me a DM. Otherwise, you could grab the bundle in my bio link. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.